Hey, Goto. Silly Tuck here.
I'm disappointed in you.
I'm getting it over.
No. No, you won't.
I'm a bear.
So we are back with episode something 46 of Raw.
50? Is it 50?
It's 46.
It's 50.
It's 46.
It's 42.
No, it's not. It's 46.
It's 45.
Oh my god.
J Sports 2.
Yes, J Sports 2. And
We are live on J Sports 2.
NT1 though.
On Hulu. Live, apparently, on Hulu.
Hulu.
And the score in Canada.
Yeah, it's not even around anymore. It's so out of date. It's awkward.
Awkward.
Anyways, do the show thing.
Do the la 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 la.
Do the show thing.
Oh, wait a minute. I should mention something. I'll mention it on the next episode. It's a better fit there.
So, Roman comes out, opens up the show, and it says, it's time for the big dog to win the big belt, the big gold belt. It's time for the big dog to do the big dog things. And then Rollins is like, not even showing up. I think he's meant to be off screen here. So that's the thing. I never know what I'm doing. Because I book these like right after we finish. And then we don't record for like half a week. And then I don't know.
That'll hopefully improve. I say as raids start in about a couple of days.
Oh,
but
Jesus.
it should. That'll schedule things out a bit better, you know?
Anyways, so Cesaro comes out and responds to him. Says, Roman, as much as we all know you're the big dog, I have a title shot at Vengeance against Seth Rollins. And then everybody's like, this is a fact, yes. Thank you for sharing. And then they bicker for some reason. I don't totally remember what the hell this was, but it's probably explained later in the night. Like, hopefully. If not, I'm really bad at this whole booking.
Come on, give this story. Come up with it. Come on.
Fine. Roman is angry because Cesaro thinks that he's not a big dog. He's like a medium-sized dog. Because there are bigger people, but like Roman's a fairly sized guy, right? But like he's not like a giant dog, like.
Okay.
You know.
So wait, what you're saying is Cesaro says that Roman isn't that big of a dog.
Yes.
And points out that he beat him at SummerSlam for the title.
Yes, and thus he is a.
And Roman is.
He is a
like
little fish in a big pond.
And Roman says that Cesaro should just shut up because a couple of weeks ago he said he didn't want to be here anyway. So just fuck off, right?
Yeah. Yes. This is what happens, yes.
And then, like, they stare each other down, and nothing happens.
Rollins isn't even here. He's just like...
Hopefully the next segment is related to this.
Hopefully. Oh, God, please. Big dog?
Cesaro says to Roman that, I bet you're such a small dog that you couldn't even beat Curtis Axel. And Roman's like, yeah, you bet. All right, bring him out. And he beats Curtis Axel.
2.5 minutes by pinfall with a moment of silence.
I miss the spear.
No, you don't.
I really do miss
I have the spear in his thing.
But it's been 2 weeks, dude, and he's not used the spear.
I know. Moment of silence. Hey, here we are. So, Cesaro and Rollins do some arguing.
So while Roman's having the match with Curtis Axel, Rollins like, hey, I heard you talking. And I think you both have some valid points.
No, he says, I heard you've been talking shit, Anto. The fuck you doing, you little...
What is it with everyone calling me Anto now? Alright, my name is Antonio, or Andy for short.
It's a thing.
I'm not... I think it's Czech people that are called Anto. I'm freaking Switz.
Switz. He's Switz.
I'm Switz.
And then Vince bursts in for some reason, doing his bursting in gimmick, because that's what he
Well,
does.
I think someone had to come out and make a match out of this because it was
Yes.
it was,
It was going nowhere. And
Yeah.
so Vince says, the two of you, well, you may stand for completely different things. I think
What do they stand for?
Cesaro stands for winning titles, and Rollins stands for keeping titles.
I see. So it's a situational difference of the approach.
Yes, it is. And so Vince says that tonight, though, you two are going to be forced to kind of see eye to eye, because you're in a tag team match, playa, against
Holla,
the tag
holla.
team champions of the world, the Athletes of Agility.
Are you sure they're not just the tag team champions of Raw?
And there's like cult stuff, and they're like, yes,
Duh.
this is a thing that happens. And then Jack Swagger and the Shining Stars get beat by the Ascension when Connor defeated Epico by pinfall with a full Nelson slam. What a...
I can safely say the Ascension are dominating the trios division right now.
They are. They're the only trio that we know of.
That we know of.
Will there be more?
I mean, no, they're not the only trio. We had a group of jobbers a couple weeks ago, and then we had Jack Swagger and the Shining Stars.
Yes, one
And they've proven
stands.
to be
One stands for America. One stands for Puerto Rico.
not losing to. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think
Puerto
actually.
Rico's part of America.
Yeah,
isn't it?
is it?
I think so.
I know it's not acknowledged in any way, shape, and/or form.
Well, I'll say this much: out of all of the matches they've had in the trios division, the Ascension have come out on top, and so it's starting to look like it's their yard. A yard that has not been held since the days of the Shield.
Ooh, that's creepy.
And you know what happened to those guys? They became horribly unsuccessful draws and horribly successful in kayfabe people.
Yes. And so Balor walks into Shamo and Mucha Lucha locker room, and he's...
Hey, you remember that time I saved you from a beatdown last year? Yeah, I remember that. I'm here to do the lucha thing. What are you two talking about? I just imagine Sheamus and those two hanging out backstage every now and then at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. Are they having Dunkin' Donuts?
They are.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And so, like, Balor says Sheamus looks like a sideshow clown, and the Lucha Dragons look like they're better fit to be on a cereal box than a wrestling company box.
That is a sick burn.
I know. A wrestling company box. How dare he say that? Jericho bursts into Vince McMahon's office, and then Vince bursts into his own office, and he's like, what the fuck? How did you get here before me?
Hey, I used it.
Creepy. Jericho asked for a match against Kevin Owens, trying to get
But they're
that.
friends. They're best friends.
They're not friends, Putty.
They're best friends.
Stop it. No.
They are good friends.
No, you're not doing this again.
They're in a great stable trio with Jim and Marvin Lewis.
No. Okay, that is possibly like one of the best segments I've ever seen in my young life.
Someone on the Graps Twitter was talking about this a couple nights ago, and I think I kind of agree with him. If he would just stop wrestling, he's got a chance of winning Best Non-Wrestler this year.
Oh,
but
without
he
a
needs
doubt.
to stop wrestling.
If he just manages KO or just like hangs around backstage and it's creepy with him for some reason.
Yeah, no, like he kind of acts as a manager of some sorts. And when Kevin Owens finally kicks him to the curb, he finds somebody else in the main event. So he's like, "Hey, I'm your buddy, right? We're buddies.
We're friends."
And he just never wrestles. He would be a shoo-in for non-wrestler. As it is, I think he's a shoo-in for most overrated.
Oh yeah, but it's his character stuff this year is like.
If only he was a good character in the ring, though.
Yes, very true. Very true. Vince says that he'll think about it, but while he thinks about it, Jericho, you're in a match. Up next. Wow, this did pretty well, actually. Chris Jericho defeats Simon Gotch in 8:26 by submission with a Walls of Jericho. Simon Gotch did the improv. He improved in technical skills.
Good job, Simon.
I know.
He might still have a job.
Aries cuts a promo. He's here. He's the Impact player. Oh, Putty's gone. He's come to win titles, kick ass, and look good doing it. Hype bros! Bros get hype. Putty is still gone. The bros are still getting hype. They go out and beat the team of Johnny Riggs and John Emiger in 2.5 minutes when Mojo defeats John Emiger by pinfall with a hype rider. Because they're hype, bro. They're really good at all the stuff. That Johnny Riggs guy was terrible, though. I regret ever hiring him. Dolph Ziggler talks shit about the hype bros. He says, you two, you come out here with your jokes. You come out here with your, let's get hype bro shtick. Zach, as somebody who knows you on what I would like to think is a semi-personal level, how long can you ride this? Puns.
Forever.
Oh my god. Puns. Puns are a thing, apparently. Dolph says, Zach, when are you going to realize that wrestling isn't all about doing your hair, taking
wrestling isn't even wrestling.
Taking your selfie,
Go fuck your selfie.
Doing your flips. Nobody does flips here. If anything, I'm closest to doing flips.
Everybody does fucking flips here.
That's very true. And he says, Zach, when are you going to realize that wrestling is serious? Enzo and Cass are like, yo, Ascension dudes, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you gotta come in here? Why you gotta attack us? Because you're trying to make a name for yourself. And I respect that. I appreciate that. But you could have done it to other people. And now, there's only one word to describe you.
Losers. LOSEWSR. RSWSR.
I was going more for STI ridden, but
that's more than one word.
It's like a hyphen thing. STI hyphen ridden.
There's an acronym. You can't hyphen with an acronym in there.
Why not?
Because that's just too many
I can do what I want. They beat Otunga. They beat Otunga and Slater by submission.
Is Slater an unsigned free agent?
No, he's a very much signed agent who is bad.
A very much signed agent who is bad.
Yes.
I like how none of the question I asked the quality of Heath Slater. You have to throw in that he's bad.
The Ascension run down to the ring, and they throw Cass out of the ring.
I think Brahm is bigger than the rest of them, and what happens here is that the two Ascension boys run into the ring and beat them down. Meanwhile, Brahm is just slowly trudging to the ring, and by the time the beatdown is finished, Brahm has still not arrived at the ring.
I think actually, if I'm not wrong, Connor's six. Yeah, right. Connor's 6'4" or something.
I don't think the Ascension boys are that big. I remember that being a thing. That when we finally saw them in a big arena, we were like, "Oh, they're
really?
They're not very big."
Because I thought it was a thing that Connor's actually a real big dude.
Let me look it up. I don't know about height, but I remember them not being as big as we thought they were when they were in NXT.
Weird. Ambrose.
He's 6'4". He's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's 268. Yeah, he's a big dude. That's a big dude.
Yeah. What's Victor just in comparison?
Victor. Will it link me to his? I can go to the Ascension. There's
Kenneth Cameron.
There he is. Oh no, that's Bram. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's a nasty thing. Victor's the one you wanted me to look at next, right?
Yeah.
He's 6'2", but
Damn.
he's 219 now. So he's quite a small guy. He's Canadian.
Yeah, I know that.
From Calgary, Alberta.
I knew that. That's the only reason he's getting this
Trained
TV
by
time.
Tokyo Joe.
No. The lesser of the Asian Joes.
Also Bruce and Ross Hart.
Oh, well.
The lesser of the Hearts.
Yeah. And he is the lesser of the Ascension. If you can get a lesser of the Ascension.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Roman and Dean are sucking each other off backstage, and then Ambrose stops him and is like, "Hold on, I got an offer for you." And Roman's like, "Does it involve more of this?" And it's like, "No." It's like, "Oh."
Are they in the 69 position when they're doing this?
Yes. Dean has a little offer for Roman.
Offers like Roman's like, if it's like your last offer, I'm in.
Wow, this did pretty well too.
Wait, when he says I've got an offer for you, does it just cut?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Miz defeats Aiden English in 12:23 by pinfall with a skull-crushing finale.
Push the Vault villains, man. They carried 2 great matches tonight.
I know, they did pretty damn well. McIntyre cuts promo. It's unscripted, so he just says whatever, and he's like, "This fucking company."
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens says that, "Jericho, why are you even trying to get a match? I'm not putting my number one contender by one
Use your words, Tucker.
my number one contendership on the line." Rusev and Lana and Summer Breeze confrontation backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler stares at the belt the entire time and is like, "It's a nice belt.
I think that would look fabulous on my waist."
It would look gorgeous on his waist."
Rusev looks at Lana and is like, how did this guy get in here?
Who is he? What's happening right now?
Tyler starts to say something and Lana goes, shut up. Shut up. Get out.
Oh, main event. Main event is sudden.
Sudden main event.
Sudden main event. And the Athletes
A wild main event
defeats Antonio Cesaro and Seth Rollins when Adrian Neville defeats Antonio Cesaro. Nope, that was not what was meant to happen.
Red Arrow, the Athletes of Agility have pinned the 2 main eventers.
No. That is what's supposed to happen, actually, I think.
Okay.
I now that I'm thinking about it, I would have booked it the other way around. But
So is Ricochet getting added to the Vengeance main event?
no.
He should.
No.
Just pinned the number 1 contender.
No, because Rollins turned on him in the middle of the match. He just left Cesaro and was like, "Fuck you, boy."
Ricochet still pinned the number 1 contender.
It was Neville. I'll let you know.
Sorry. Neville pinned the number 1 contender and should get added to the Vengeance match.
No.
You should at least get an opportunity.
Fine, maybe down the road or something. I don't
No,
know.
he should get a chance next week to get into the Vengeance match.
Wha-
Because he just pinned the number 1 contender.
No, it was not clean, buddy.
I didn't say it was. I said he pinned the number 1 contender.
Hey, we got a 92A.
I think that might be the first time, perhaps ever, that you've ended the show on a match.
Second time.
Ever. Wow.
I was very expecting of this match, and it delivered.
Yeah. Very much so.
Very glad. Very glad. And this is Josh Prohibition.
He's straight edge.
Just like to let you know, folks, wrestling is completely real. Prohibition is his last name.